Hello everyone, welcome back to another Venge video. It has been a really long time and I'm super sorry, but I have got some crazy exciting stuff to show you, so let's get started. But if you've never heard of Venge, first of all, welcome, and second of all, let me give you like a rundown. So, Venge is an indie horror game that I've made that is on Steam right now. It is about a larger-than-life company that completely goes missing, finding themselves trapped in a flipped, abandoned, alternate dimension with crazy monsters and creatures and strange magic and distorted physics and so much more. The game is a choice-based adventure game with RPG elements inspired, and it's mascot horror adjacent too. It is a ton of fun. I recommend it. Well, not 1.0, but I'll get to that. So I released it a long time ago, and let's just say it's not the best, but since then I've spent the last few years remaking the entire thing from scratch, and it has come a long way. So that's what we're going to be getting into in this video. So if any of this is interesting, then check out the channel because there's a lot of content here. So let's get into it. So in the last video, which you can watch right here, I had started Helpsie, and I was getting all of that work done. Helpsie's done. Helpsie's completely done. You can see in the background as I talk what Helpsie's area looks like. I'm not going to post a gameplay snippet because I don't want to spoil anything because it's very dialogue and lore heavy. But enjoy the visuals. The visuals are very pretty. I'm very proud of how it looks. It is definitely the most unique area in Venge in terms of art style compared to the other areas, and it's honestly a blast. I really like Helpsie. It's one of my favorite parts of the entire game, and I think it's really cool. So it has a problem with replayability right now, but I'm hoping to fix that, and you guys will hopefully see a lot of random options and dialogues in 2.0. So that's exciting. Now, next up is Efix. So if you remember in 1.0, Efix has the vent chase, and then he has parkour, and then that was kind of it. Obviously 2.0 had to be a little bit more, so I went to the drawing board, and it's all done. It's fully done, it's beta tested, it's all ready to go. So here is a gameplay snippet. I hope you enjoy.
You thought a tiny human could defeat the mighty fox? Let's see if you can defeat my hammer. It's hammering time. You're not escaping the mighty fox so easily. I want to play with my dinner first. Allow me to introduce...
Isn't that so cool? I'm super proud of it, and I think it turned out really well. A lot of the beta testers really loved it. I think a few of them said it was their absolute favorite part of 2.0. So that's exciting. That's really exciting to hear. And I'm very proud of it. It is really cool. So basically there is the vent chase from the beginning, but then there's also this intro vent that has like spooky atmosphere. You'll see. I should stop spoiling it, but you'll see. And then it has like multiple parkours, and the parkours are actually fun. There's like serious challenges now. There's a whole new character, which I'm not going to spoil, and there's just so much more now. It is really quite cool, so I'm looking forward for you guys to play it. I think it's really cool. Next up, Skelebans. So Skelebans are interesting because 1.0 did not have Skelebans. 1.0 had skeletons. So Act 1 ended with a bunch of skeletons swarming around you, and then, oh, spoilers by the way, and then Lucy saves you. And that's really cool, but skeletons aren't really like an interesting character. Like, I'm sure you can think of 12 other games that have skeletons, but how many other games have the Laserette, for example, you know? So I really wanted a unique character for the skeletons, and so the Skelebans were created. So I really struggled with their design. You can ask anyone who was following me at the time. holy crap, it took literally like 6 months, but I'm really, really proud of their design. They look so good in game. And the cool part about Skelebans is because there's so many of them, their models are randomly generated. And I think last time I checked, there's 2.4 million combinations. So basically what that means is every single Skeleban you see in the game has never been seen before, which is so cool, just statistically, you know what I mean? There's so many different unique combinations and all of them look really, really cool. Here's some of my favorites on the screen. I have found some crazy cool ones. So let me just shut up and give you a gameplay snippet. So what you saw in the clip were called Skyvents. Skyvents are one of the many original mechanics that are added to Venge. A lot of the bosses have original and unique mechanics that are added for their boss fights, and Skyvents were added for Skelebans. So who knows where Skyvents may appear in the future. They're not just exclusive to Skelebans. So actually, funny story, sorry, this is a side tangent, you can skip like 15 seconds if you don't want to hear it, but Skyvents were going to be scrapped, but then my Patreons convinced me into keeping them, which, shout out to the Patreons, they are amazing, they are seriously so cool. Anyway, sorry, so Skelebans are completely done, I'm so proud of them, they're so cool, and they have been completely beta tested. I know, how cool. So they are fully done, fully ready to go, which means if you're keeping track, Cartoonist, Laserette, Helpsie, Skelebans, and Efix are completely done, completely beta tested, and ready to go. Isn't that cool? So you may be wondering what's left. The ending of Act 1 is completely done. It is ready to go. It has been beta tested, but I do not have Lucy's final voice in there yet, so that's okay. I'll get it soon. That's the ending done, so the ending is ready to go, which means all of Act 1 is done and beta tested. Ah, that's so exciting. It's like been 3 years in the making. It's super cool. So Act 0 2.0 is done, and Act 1 2.0 is done. So you might be asking, like, what's left? Why not just release it right now? Well, 1.0 had 7 minigames in total, so I gotta remake every single one of them. I know they're kind of forgotten about, but I'm hoping 2.0 changes that. So I will get started by showing off the first minigame that I have completed, the bike ride. So the bike ride is an endless minigame where you ride the bike through an endlessly procedurally generated neighborhood. And more than a neighborhood, there's like the neighborhood, there's the washes, there's the desert. You'll see, I'll show you a clip, but it is really, really cool. So let's check it out. cool? I'm so proud of it. It's so cool. I love procedurally generated stuff, and I feel like I don't get to use it a ton in Venge, which is why the minigames are awesome. So there's high scores now and leaderboards, and the leaderboards are already up for the people, for the Patreons. They were able to test the bike ride, and look at some of their scores. You don't really know what it means yet because you haven't played it, but holy crap, these scores are impressive. Like, impressive. I can't wait for you guys to beat them. So hopefully you like that. Hopefully that'll be fun. And let's go on to the next minigame, the Cartoonist Maze. So the Cartoonist Maze, it's not done yet. I haven't even started, so we'll skip that one. So the next one after Cartoonist Maze is Laserette. So everyone kind of craps on Laserette's minigame, the 2.0 one. They call it boring and not fun and blah, 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 blah. You know what? We ignore them. We ignore them because they're wrong. I love the Laserette minigame. Admittedly, it's the most boring out of all the 2.0 ones, but you know what? Sometimes a chill experience is a fun one. So here is a little snippet of the Laserette minigame.
Attention all facility workers. The specimen will be released in 2 minutes. Please seek shelter.
Yeah, you can probably see what I mean. This minigame is not exactly winning an award for most thrilling gameplay. But that's okay, because Helpsie's Duel, the next minigame, might just do that. So, this minigame has been completely remade from the ground up. Like, we're talking no resemblance. So, the 1.0 minigame had 3 cannons which popped out of the wall, and then it was like, shoot the cannons! And then you just played till you got bored, right? The 2.0 minigame is completely different. Helpsie's there the entire time, he's talking to you the entire time, and there is, I think, 6 stages? It is a very difficult minigame. I expect it'll take people, like, days of practicing to be able to beat the minigame, and that's by design. The minigames are very hard, and they are that way so that there's a lot of content for you. So the minigame is a ton of fun. It's one of my favorites. I really love Helpsie. I think Helpsie's amazing. No one else thinks that, but you know what? I'm entitled to my truth. So I love Helpsie's Duel. It is so cool, and I will show you a little gameplay snippet now.
Hello, welcome to Helpsie's Duel. I'm Helpsie, but you already knew that. So, let's get started, okay? Oh, and remember, it's just a friendly competition, okay? No hard feelings. Let's go! Whoa! Look at my pirate ship! Oh, my pirate ship is really strong. Do you think you have a chance? Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Wow, you're much better than I thought. Well, the show's not over yet. There's still more things to do. Oh, and remember, it's just a friendly competition, okay? No hard feelings. Let's go! Ah, the Princess Tower is back! Ha! And this time, it's got a surprise. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
So there's the minigame. I hope you like it. This minigame is hard, and it has been known to cause a lot of rage. So keep that in mind when you're going into it. It is definitely a learning experience. It's not super easy. There's another game like this too, another minigame like this. It is called the Skelebal Scare. So the skeleton minigame in 1.0 was one of the better ones. Basically, you're riding through an elevator and then they attack you. 2.0's Skelebon minigame is done and it is ready to go and it is beta tested. I think it's really cool, but again, it's really hard. So here is a snippet of it. I think this minigame is interesting because it's not as hard to get to the ending as Helpsie's Duel, for example, but there's so much room for improvement. So if you care about leaderboards, this update, this 2.0 update is going to be for you because holy crap, there are so many little things that you could get leaderboards in. I really hope that each of these minigames gets their own community of people who play them and master them and love them. That'd be really cool, especially Laserette, because Laserette really needs the love. And finally, there's one more minigame that I have yet to mention. Act 1 Madness. Act 1 Madness was the best minigame of 1.0. It combines everything from Act 1, the Laserette, the Helpsie, the cartoonist, the skeletons, everything, the Pinter. And in 2.0 it's going to combine even more, but that's spoilers. Into one minigame, one chaotic minigame where everything is happening. And that minigame is unfortunately not done yet. I have not started it. I don't think that it'll be out on release. I think it'll come out about a week later, just because I really want a lot of time to perfect and polish and balance the minigame a lot, because I expect that's where most people are going to care, because holy crap, that minigame is hard and it's going to be really, really difficult, but I really hope it's fun. So that's what I'm going to be doing in the next month. Though you may be curious about some characters, because for example, the Pinter, or Efix, or the AES system, or others, don't have minigames. And that's kind of weird. So I want to propose something for you. First of all, if you made it this far into the video, thank you so much. Holy crap, I know you're like easily 10 to 15 minutes into this video. Thank you. The second thing is I am proposing an idea. So between Act 1 2.0 coming out and Act 2, I would like to release a minigame DLC. This would be super cheap, like $1 or $2, and would include a bunch of extra minigames that the main game doesn't have. So for example, Pinter, Efix, Chairman, I don't know, AES system, so much I could do, right? I'm hoping to have at least 4 to 5 on release, and it would be super cheap, and it would just be a way to push out new content between Act 1 and Act 2. I have to pay for a lot of stuff, and making Venge is very expensive, and so it would be a really nice extra revenue source to be able to support the game further. And I'm curious to see what you guys think. So let's say I do this and then Act 2 comes out, the minigame DLC will be updated with a lot of the new minigames that didn't make it into the Act 2 minigame list. So for example, let's say for whatever reason I decide to cut the painting minigame from Act 2, maybe it just isn't good enough, I could put it in the minigame DLC, so you guys can still get it if you want to. I don't know, what do you guys think about that? I'm open to feedback and I'm open to suggestions. I don't want to sell something that you guys don't want to buy, so let me know. But we're not done yet, there's still more news. So let me introduce you to something called artifacts. So 1.0 had items, right? Little items that you could get and then you could keep them in your inventory and stuff. 2.0 has items plus inspectables, which inspectables are ways to click objects and get more details about them. Think about like picking up a piece of paper and reading it. That's what inspectables are. But also 2.0 comes with artifacts. So artifacts are things that you would find around whatever you're looking that you collect with you. So imagine that you're going to, I don't know, you're exploring and then you find a really, really cool, like, piece of wood. You might take that piece of wood home with you. That's an artifact. So I imagined as Lucas is going through his experience with Venge, he would take home certain pieces of evidence and certain pieces from Rotnik and certain pieces from the flipped world and all this sort of thing. That's what artifacts are. So artifacts can be items, they can be inspectables, and then they can also be collectibles. Collectibles are like items, but they don't appear in your inventory, and you find them around wherever you're looking, and then once you find them, they're gone forever. But they get to stay in your little collection, right? So you can almost think of artifacts as like a way to see your progress throughout Venge, like in terms of like extra content. You're encouraged to replay scenes, and as you do, you might unlock universe doors, which only open if you replay a scene. And you can find artifacts there, and there's so many cool ones, and I am expecting each scene to have at least 1. That's my hope. Maybe some scenes might have 2, maybe some scenes might have 0, maybe some scenes might have 5, I don't really know. But I'm gonna add a lot, and I have so many cool ideas. Plus, some artifacts are special artifacts. So for example, let's say you found a really cool flashlight that happened to be a collectible. If you collect it and equip it, then your flashlight has a different skin. So I could take this crazy, I'm sure you can imagine. So maybe one day you could find like a Helpsie skin that's like green underneath like a table or something, and then you equip it, and then now Helpsie's green as like a skin. Wouldn't that be so cool? So there are tons of ways to explore and tons of ways to add more content to the game, and I am very excited about them. I think they're really, really cool. Oh, that's a hard video to make. Oh my gosh, I have not made a video this long in probably forever. But there's still more. There's still more news. So controller support is coming into 2.0. It is super cool. I mean, it's like basic, you know, your Xbox, your PlayStation, whatever controller you use, you'll be able to use it with Venge. It's still a work in progress. It is actually a lot harder than I thought it would be, but it is coming, and you can expect it. It's gonna be pretty cool. So we have controller support, and then we also have, okay, maybe it's a little bit misleading to call it modding support, but functions are going to be getting a whole lot more powerful. So if you don't know what functions are, Venge 2.0 has something called the coaster console, and it's basically a way to interact with the game. So you can, for example, teleport yourself, you can spawn enemies, you can play scenes, you can do all sorts of things like that. You can explore, you can no-clip, you can do all sorts of things like that. And functions are a way to bundle a bunch of commands together. They're getting a lot more powerful, and I'm hoping to include a scripting language for 2.0. So you can, for example, make scripts, and you could kind of code your own AI a little bit. I'm not super sure, but it's just an idea, but I think you can look forward to that in 2.0. there's even more too. A lot of the UI has been completely remade. The intro sequence has been completely remade. The exporting process, you guys don't care about this, but the exporting process has been completely remade. Settings have been completely remade. They're so much more stable now, and there's a lot more server user interactions. So there's a dedicated Venge server now that handles a lot of stuff. So for example, the AI in Venge can talk to the server and learn from all of the players, so they can get stupid smart, which is super cool. And obviously all of those options will be able to be turned off from your end, so if you don't want your game talking to the server, that's totally cool. I get it. You can turn it off, and it's cool because like the artifacts can talk to the server, so the artifacts will figure out how rare they are based on all of the other players. So we as a Venge community can see how rare an artifact is, which is super, super cool. But I am very, very proud of Venge 2.0, if you can't tell, and I'm super excited for it. And so I suppose that would take us to the release date of Venge. So 2.0 does have a release date, but it's not necessarily public yet. I'm about 95% confident with it, and you can find it if you really want to, like if you dig through my Discord server and stuff. Which, join the Discord server, link right here, haha, okay. But I'm pretty confident, but I'm not fully confident yet. So I'll just say, expect Venge 2.0 in the next 2 months, maximum, maybe even less than then. So it is coming really soon, like seriously soon. This has been such a journey, and I'm so grateful for all of you guys who have stuck around this entire time. Like seriously, I really, really, really appreciate it. This community is so small yet so dedicated, and it's really honestly the dream. I love it so much. It's wonderful. So we got that to look forward to. I'm gonna be doing a lot more promo, so you'll see a lot more of that. And if you guys want to do promo on your own, if you care about the game that much, which, oh my gosh, thank you if you do, feel free. I literally, go for it. Maybe I'll provide a bunch of assets that you guys can use and make your own trailers or whatever. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this update. Holy crap, it was long. Like seriously, holy crap, this was a long update video, but I'm so sorry for taking so long to make these videos. I just was so excited with development that I couldn't stop. But I found a day and I made the video, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thank you all so much, and I am so excited for this game to come out. You guys have no idea. I'm so excited. So, thank you so much for watching. Let's read off the Patreons. So we got Bloxy Miner, Baba BT Fortnite, Typer Vader, Slayer, Burning Eye, The Blockamations, #1 Debug Item Simp Cult Leader, Arus9, Parallel Black, Vaish, I'm so sorry, I pronounce that wrong every single time, It's Lightning, Barbart Games, Archie Walker, my dog owns this account, Adold Wino, Lemononical, Monkey Gal Music, Gemini Booth, Star XI, Drip Lucy, Huntsers, Thiago, Lean, Harris, and Sam. Thank you guys so much for your support. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you all so much, and I will see you in the next video, which will probably be the 2.0 trailer. Bye!
It's oh so dark, it's oh so quiet. Everything we knew, ripped out riot. Bones crushed and metal squeaked, pushing out of the ground like a twisted spring. They tried to run, they didn't make it far. They burned and suffocated in invisible tar. But none of this bothers me, no, it's quite fun.